Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thursday indeed. It's the 4 o'clock hour, and that means that it's 4 or 5 actually, and that means that it's time for the One Stop Shop Happy Hour Show with Mario Quintero. My name is Andy within South Florida. We come to you every single Thursday on 4 o'clock, and we talk about real estate. We talk about mortgages. Today we're talking about spouses. Interesting, Mario.
Non-borrowing spouse.
Non-borrowing. Wait. Does that even exist?
That exists.
A non-borrowing spouser?
A non-borrowing
Sorry,
spouse.
guys. I had to go there. So if you're ready to watch, oh, look at Gilma. Gilma, welcome to the broadcast, Gilma. Gustavo, Erwin, bunch of people on the broadcast. Michael Miller. Michael, you've been on my broadcast all day today, buddy. So, folks, just before we get started, Mario promises this to be a good one. Interesting. We're talking about spouses, and particularly non-borrowing spouses. So if you're ready, grab your popcorn, share this video, share the broadcast, and get ready to learn. Mario the star. Look at you. He's everywhere.
Michael, how are you?
He's everywhere. Mario, what is a non-borrowing spouse?
So in the reverse mortgage world, and this pertains primarily to reverse mortgages, when the program got started, there were times where a couple who was married would make a decision for one spouse not to be part of the program.
Okay.
And the older of the two would be the only one on the as the borrower.
Okay.
So the other spouse that would come off the program would also come off title. That person was called the non-borrowing spouse. What happened was that in, I want to say, the late 2000s, that became a problem because as the spouse that was on the program passed away, the non-borrowing spouse was left hanging. There was the loss of the Social Security benefits of the one that passed, and the non-borrowing spouse could not afford to stay in the home or purchase the home. So it was kind of a problem that was created by the program. So in 2012, AARP sued the federal government.
Wow.
They sued HUD, FHA, and after 1 year, in sometime around September 2013, the courts ruled in favor of the AARP, and they forced HUD into coming up with a non-borrowing spouse rule to protect those spouses that were taken off the program prior to August of 2014. So if you were a spouse that was taken off the program in 2005, 2006, 2007, this rule would help you to be able to stay in the home if your spouse passed away.
So in other words, se fumó un arroz con mango.
There was arroz con mango at the time, and it created a major problem for a lot of people.
Right. I mean, as we say out here, wow, those rules and technicalities could get complicated.
They can get complicated, and the biggest problem was having a senior citizen thinking that they're going to be able to stay in the home for the rest of their life, all of a sudden being found in a possible foreclosure proceeding and losing their home.
Wow. So fast forward to 2019, is there still confusion with this rule now?
So there's still confusion in the way the procedure works. In August of 2014, the rule or the law took effect.
Okay.
What happens is that the servicing companies do not consistently communicate properly with the non-borrowing spouse on what they need to do and how much time they have to apply for this benefit in order to be able to stay in the home.
Wow.
So that inconsistency and also the lack of knowledge of some of the customer service reps in each of the servicing companies creates confusion and a problem. So you may have a non-borrowing spouse that calls up to apply this, and the customer service rep has no clue on how that procedure works. And then they may be in a situation where they missed the timeline.
Right.
That is part of the law. And if you pass that timeline, then you're in danger of losing that benefit.
Wow.
So that's part of the problem that has been going on since 2014. And that's why I wanted to talk about it today, because there's certain things that need to be done to be able to help those seniors that are part of this situation.
And I want to welcome David Arbetter, always watching our broadcast. Thank you, David. I want to welcome Lisette. We had a comment from Gilma that she knows a case like that. Folks, by the way, we are live, so you can drop your comments below, and Mario will definitely go ahead and answer them live for you. If this is your first time joining us, we want to welcome you to our show. We do this every Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour. My name is Andy within South Florida, and Mario Quintero, the Mind of Quintero show, Mr. Clear to Close, the one-stop shop, you name it, he does it all in the world of real estate and mortgages. So you're welcome to leave a comment. A lot of thumbs up over there. I think I know who that is.
It's Louis. Louis.
Welcome, Louis. Welcome, Nelson. David, I see it on my broadcast. I got to go over there and get one of your hot dogs, man. Maybe we should do a show over there.
I go there twice a month.
Yeah. All right, David. The In South Florida show coming to you soon. So folks, we are live. So please leave your questions and leave your comments, and Mario will answer them. So, Mario, yes, there's a problem, and yes, there's a lot of changes that maybe a lot of seniors weren't aware of. But we're in 2019. What should be done at this particular time?
What should be done is that the servicers should at least once a quarter put a notice in their monthly statements that the seniors receive with instructions, specific, clear-cut instructions on what the non-borrowing spouse would need to do in the event that their spouse passes away. Okay. That is on the reverse mortgage. They should have two different sets of instruction. One for the people that did the program prior to August of 2014, and another set of instructions for the non-borrowing spouse that originated a reverse mortgage after August 2014.
Wow.
It's two different sets of rules. What the timing is. If you go to Google today and you pull up this, it says that you have 90 days. This week, when I called up a servicing department, they told me that we had 120 days. That 30-day difference can make a huge difference in whether a non-borrowing spouse retains their benefits or not.
So if anybody out there has a question, or maybe they're in doubt, I know that they can always call their mortgage company that services, but maybe they're not getting the right answers, or maybe these companies are not being proactive enough. Can they contact you for advice?
They can contact me. I mean, the referral that I just got this week is a non-borrowing spouse.
Okay.
Her husband passed away last August.
Okay.
Her son was referred to me by one of our existing clients because they were getting very frustrated with the process. They even went out and retained the services of a foreclosure attorney.
Wow.
Not knowing that this rule even existed. And the attorney, for whatever reason, started to do some kind of foreclosure defense when that really is not what is needed in this particular case.
Right.
So they came to me, and, in front of me, I called the servicer. The servicer started doing a little bit of a song and dance, the customer service rep, until I finally told the servicer that I've been doing reverse mortgages probably longer than she's been alive. And I basically explained to her
her job.
Her job. And then she kind of toned down a little bit, and she gave me the address where the application needed to be sent to in writing with the documents that are required at this point for this senior non-borrowing spouse to be able to have a shot at staying in her home that she has owned since 1992.
Unreal.
Okay, so she's been the owner of record since 1992.
Unreal.
Her husband decided to do this in 2007. The mortgage guy that did it for them was not patient enough to wait one more month when she would have turned 62 years old.
Okay.
And kind of forced them into doing this 1 month before her 62nd birthday, which has created this situation for her.
Wow.
So I think we've got a real good shot at getting this approved. We sent out the documents last Friday via FedEx. We already have tracking that the servicer received everything on Monday, and they usually reply within 10 to 14 days. The good news is that since we sent that package in, she did receive in writing for the first time since last August the procedures for a non-borrowing spouse. So I don't know if our phone call triggered that,
Right.
or our FedEx triggered that, but she called me and faxed me the letter yesterday letting me know that there's action being taken.
So, you know, we've had shows that we talk about turbulences, and there's 88 different turbulences that Mario has talked about. By the way, you can find all those videos on his website, marioshomenews.com. Go ahead and check it out. There's a video gallery there where, if this is your first time watching us and first time watching Mario, you're wondering, who's Mario Quintero? Well, head over to marioshomenews.com and check out the video gallery. You're going to see weeks and weeks and weeks of content that we have covered on this show. But this has the potential here to be a major life-changing turbulence for that spouse, for that non-borrowing spouse.
Here's a 72-year-old woman that is still working a maintenance job because she can't, she lost the income of her husband.
Sure.
And her only desire is to age in place in that home that she's owned since the early 90s. And hopefully, I feel positive that we'll get this done for her.
So in all the shows, we ask you guys to go ahead and share because, of course, we want to help others out there, and Mario wants to reach out. But this particular episode, really, if you have friends or if you suspect somebody that has done a reverse mortgage, and maybe you know or you do not know that they are in this situation, maybe the person doesn't even know, but you can reach out and you can help them by sharing this, because they may not know, and that day may come where this can present itself to be a problem. So, we're asking you, if you want to share this now, it'd be a great opportunity for you to reach out and to help those individuals in your life, in your network, that maybe have an issue with something like this that has happened. So, Mario, is there a time limit? What's the issue with the timing needed to apply for this rule?
So that's part of the problem. Some information online tells you that they have 90 days after the passing of the spouse.
So there's confusion.
Right. And then the servicer tells you that they have 120 days.
Okay.
So that level of confusion, I feel, is something that the servicing industry needs to get a hold of. NARMLA, the National Reverse Mortgage Lenders Association, needs to take a proactive stand on this. And HUD itself, who's the one that insures these loans and makes the rules and has to abide by the guidelines of these rules, all three in that sector need to take a proactive stance to protect the senior rights of the non-borrowing spouse so that these type of issues do not happen. And they need to communicate, like I said, at least quarterly or biannually, the rules, and state them in writing that they have as a non-borrowing spouse, so that the day that they lose that spouse, they know exactly what to do.
Wow. Want to welcome Susie to the broadcast. Mark and Louis also joined us. Folks, if you're joining us for the first time, my name is Andy with South Florida. We're with Mario Quintero. We do these live sessions every Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour here direct from his office in Miami. Mario's otherwise known as the one-stop shop, Mr. Clear to Close. And basically, he is able to help you or anybody you know with any real estate matters or mortgage matters. Please go ahead and get in contact with him. Mario, so what is the current status of your referral clients at this particular time? Do they have an option still?
Well, we received confirmation. We went online and received confirmation that the FedEx that we had sent on Friday was received by the servicing company. And usually they take 10 to 14 days to respond in writing directly to the client.
Okay.
So I have told the client that as soon as she receives a letter to call me up and let's get together to see what the next steps are.
Always active here in your office, huh? There's never, I mean, you go from selling homes to driving down to the Everglades with the crocodiles to do a closing at a hospital bed. By the way, how did it go with that client? He's happy?
Oh, he's very happy. They moved in. They're all settled in. Everything's fine.
If you're wondering what we're talking about crocodiles, check out last week's video where Mario's adventures take him down Alligator Alley. And well, we'll just leave it at that. You can check it out on marioshomenews.com and see why he's going to be called soon the Crocodile Hunter and go out there. So Mario, I know that you had another client call you today. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I had a client referred to me today by one of the local banks that does, most banks don't do reverse mortgages. So when they have clients, usually they'll call me to see if I could help their client. This client, unfortunately, owes about $194,000, and the home is worth about $350,000. But the problem is that he is 65, the wife is 59. So here we have a specific non-borrowing spouse issue where the calculations of the program will be based on the 59-year-old, not the 65-year-old.
Okay.
And we have a shortfall of about $31,000. So this client would either need to bring $31,000 to closing or wait until the value of their home goes up further. Or changes occur in the reverse mortgage program where we go back to, the benefits the way they were in the past before they were reduced a couple of years ago.
So we focused this show on the non-borrowing spouse on the reverse mortgages, and we've talked a lot about reverse mortgages, but maybe we have somebody that's watching now that is not really clear on a reverse mortgage. And folks, there is a whole video on this at marioshomenews.com on reverse mortgages. But Mario, let's go ahead and take a couple of minutes and how can seniors use a reverse mortgage to purchase a home?
So it's an unknown product that is available for seniors to use. And a lot of seniors that are downsizing from large homes in other states up in the Northeast or the Midwest are moving here to Florida. We talked about that last week.
Yes, we did.
I think we have 1,000 people coming into Miami every week now from out of state and all the way up the coast and all different parts of Florida. These seniors could literally, instead of using all the equity and cash that they got from their closing up in wherever the state they come from, they can come down here and instead of buying a $400,000 home or a $300,000 home or a $500,000 home for cash, they could put half of that money down and take a reverse mortgage on the other half and not have a mortgage payment at all. And it's a great benefit because if you're buying a $400,000 home and you only need to put half that money into the house and you keep that other $200,000 in liquidity in your savings or brokerage account, that's a big deal because you have an emergency fund in liquid.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people don't know that can be done. We help seniors with that process, and they could either buy a single family home, they could buy a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex, they could buy a townhouse. And recently, in the last 6 months, we have a lot of what is called portfolio products, non-FHA products that are being used in condos, specifically condos in the $300,000 range and up. And they could use that program to be able to buy a condo also, let's say, on the beach. So there's a lot of flexibility with the program on how they want to use the program, and also the fact that they can retain part of the cash that they bring into Florida for an emergency situation,
which is very important.
A CD or whatever they want to put.
Of course, very important. I want to welcome Jose Medina to the broadcast, Jose Tamayo, Carlos Rosa. Folks, A lot of you are watching. Sometimes they come in real quick on the screen. My apologies if we don't call out your name. If this is the first time that you're joining us, my name is Andy within South Florida, and we're here with Mario Quintero. We do this show every single Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour. We discuss real estate, mortgages, the turbulences, and a day in the life. This is actually really a day in the life of Mario Quintero. And it's interesting, man. It's interesting, and I'm impressed daily with the amount of turbulences and all the different curves and angles and everything that this real estate market has. You know, it's not as simple as placing your home on a for sale by owner and collecting cash.
Well, the way I look at it, and the way I've always, worked my career in this, is to never stop learning. And always knowledge is power. So having a broad knowledge base of both mortgage and real estate is very beneficial to my clients, because it sometimes opens ideas that they never even thought of when they're looking to do a transaction. So that's one of the things that I like about what I do, is constantly learning and building on the knowledge of many years.
That's with every industry, man. You always have to stay on top of your game. You always got to learn. If there's one thing in life that I've learned, is change. Change is constant. And in the world of real estate, I see that constantly happens. We've talked about new programs that you feel are going to come back into the market, different financing opportunities. Folks, all this stuff is in marioshomenews.com. We encourage you to go to the website, check it out. You can spend a couple hours there looking at the videos from Mario, and you can learn. If you're definitely looking to buy, if you're looking to get out of your rental, if you're looking to invest, whatever you're doing in the real estate field or the mortgage field, it will behoove you to contact Mario Quintero and just give him a call and have a phone call. Mario, how much does it cost to call you?
Doesn't cost anything. I mean, we don't charge for consultations, and we'd be more than happy to sit with you, speak to you over the phone, and assist you with any questions that you have. We had a client that called me about, I want to say back on Monday, and she had a lot of questions.
Sure.
And I answered all the questions, and today her and her husband are actually filling out the application based on the answers and the options that they didn't know that they had on Monday.
Right.
And they're looking to buy the home that they're currently living in, and they really want that home. So, that's how it works. You make the phone call, we'll give you the options, and then you decide whether you want to continue or not.
So the phone call is free, actually. His knowledge and his experience and expertise has cost him years and years and years of learning in the industry with hard knocks and a lot of turbulences. But your phone call can be free. And he has the potential to basically save you thousands and thousands of dollars and be able to convert your dream into a reality, right? And speaking of dreams, folks, this weekend is Mother's Day. What a nice gift for your mom if she is in a situation where she can get a reverse mortgage, if maybe she has a property that she wants to sell. And that you can help her by contacting Mario and saying, Mom, I'm going to give you a gift, but it's not going to be a traditional gift. It's not going to be chocolates. It's not going to be some socks or anything like that. It's going to be the ability for you to either get your reverse mortgage, get out of the home you're in and maybe downsize and put some money into your bank account for retirement. Whatever it is, that will be a fantastic gift for your mom.
And what are you doing for Mother's Day this weekend?
So for Mother's Day, we're actually going to get together at my wife's brother's house. My wife has an extensive Italian family. So as we do most Mother's Day, we're going to get together there. The men are in charge of barbecuing. So if anybody knows me, you know that I'm famous for my homemade hamburgers. I use a combination of this, combination of that. Now I'm not going to give you the recipe. And I make this awesome 8-ounce hamburgers. Nice. So I'm making 40, 50 burgers by hand.
Nice.
That's going to take me a while. And then the brothers, all of us are going to cook so that the wives don't do a thing except hang out and drink.
Good deal.
Did I say that live? Hang out and drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did.
All right.
So I asked Claudia what she wanted for Mother's Day. And she wanted to go visit our daughter Vanessa in
Nice.
New York City. So
That's a nice gift.
tomorrow we're flying up to New York, and we're going to be up there for 5 days.
Beautiful.
Spending time with our daughter.
Beautiful.
I heard she just cut it short by one day because she has to go on a business trip on Monday to Toronto.
It's okay.
But Claudia and I will still be able to enjoy the city.
But wait.
and have a good time.
Have you guys ever visited Toronto?
No,
You should go with us to Toronto, and you just kind of.
she's going on. She's going on business. We're going on vacation.
Folks, if I can take a minute and invite you guys to a great event happening next Tuesday. I am the president and the chairman officially of the Greater Kendall Business Association. Marius on our board of directors, and we want to take an opportunity, if you're watching us, to join us at the next networker. It's an evening after hours networker, and that's going to be at the Dayland Marriott. It's on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Next Tuesday, that's the 14th, right?
The 14th.
Tuesday the 14th at the Dayland Marriott. You can get more information and register at greaterkendall.com. But if you're watching us, if you're a business owner and you want to network and mingle with us and everybody else in Kendall, join us there, Dayland Marriott. More information at greaterkendall.com. And this is on Tuesday the 14th. If you're watching this next week, it's over. Don't show up. We're not going to be there. But if you're watching us live now, show up, say hi to us. You can get his autograph and ask him any questions.
It's a beautiful facility. I'll be flying back from New York. My flight gets in at 2:30.
At 2:30.
Get
So
home, change, and hopefully get there on time.
wow.
For 6 o'clock.
So be good opportunity for you to relax and enjoy there.
There you go.
I heard it's going to be out by the pool area.
They have a beautiful facility.
We're going to have some music. We're going to have some good food.
Yeah.
So we encourage you guys to join. And I guess we'll keep you in suspense for next week.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Who knows what turbulences can come up while Mario is not in his office.
Hopefully they don't start till Wednesday when I get back.
Well, you do have a great staff here, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you do have people here that know how to take care of fires.
Exactly.
I think they're the best at what it is that
I
they
think so
do.
too.
So thanks for tuning in. My name is Andy within South Florida. Mario Quintero, the one-stop shop. Mr. Clear to Close. Check out his website, marioshomenews.com, for a lot of information and videos, great content. And Mario, before we close, what's a number somebody can call you at?
So
Importante.
the office number is 305-598-1600. And my cell phone for after hours and weekends is 305-588-0451.
So if somebody calls you next week while you're up in New York,
I will take the call.
you will?
Yeah.
Even though you're on vacation?
Unless I'm busy doing something, I will return the call
Wow.
as soon as whatever I'm doing is over. I will return the call.
Don't call him next week. Give him a call now. He's here now. You give him a call tomorrow, and let him take care of all your real estate needs.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Have a happy Mother's Day.
Happy
to
Mother's Day,
everyone.
to everybody. Have a good one. Bye now.